Salut les losers.
In Algeria, we don't talk much about failure. The most important failure you can face then it would be like a social failure if you don't probably respect your parents' choices or you don't adapt to the society you're living in.
A situation when you tried really hard and you don't succeed.
Someone who didn't achieve his goal or didn't realize his expectation. And it's a word opposite to the term success.
Failure. There's a lot of definitions. I would say it depends on your context, but it would be, I think an American way of defining it would be you tried to do something and you didn't succeed.
Whole people encourage you because they know what you've been through.
Yes.
And they tend to be comprehensive.
Yes.
And to understand how you feel, but it's not that well perceived, especially failure in school, because in school they consider that it's your future. You're playing with your future, you're not so serious.
I think that most Russian people, they complain a lot, complain even before they fail or succeed. So when a Russian person meets a failure, at first he will complain a lot to all of the people, because people in Russia like to talk a lot about their problems. But eventually he would probably try it until he succeeds in this or that field.
People host different attitudes, some positives and some negatives, but normally a majority of people will choose to face it bravely and will learning from it, keep improving no matter their capacities or their mindsets. And actually, the perseverance and the tenacity is a part of Chinese traditional culture. And there's a saying goes that failure is the mother of the success.
Usually we complain a little or a lot, and then we try again. We're taught that trying again and again until you succeed is a very good social value.
My opinion is, I think, quite different from their opinion and maybe everybody's opinion. I think failure is good because it allows you to do your best. Like you feel down, you feel teared apart, and you can start from zero and go to the highest heights of the goals you wanted to reach. And that's amazing to see all the path you've did. So I think failure is a good incentive to push you, it's like a booster.
Well, I'm actually really different from the Russian people because I never complain. I prefer to joke around and take everything positively. And even if I have a failure, I would probably change it into a funny story and just laugh about it. But in general, failures, they don't scare me. If I really want to do something, I will try until I succeed.
To me, failure will always lead to stress. So one important step to me is how to release this pressure. And once I find a way to release my pressure, then I can adjust my mindset and keep a more positive mood. And first I can move on and focus better on the process of solving the problem itself.
Okay. I have a bit of a maybe religious perspective. I'm a Christian, so when I fail, I usually think this is a lesson. I'm supposed to learn something from God from it. But also my personality is a little pessimistic, so often I also tend to be blaming myself, or my tendency is to think that I did a very bad job. So I'm naturally pessimistic. I try to see it from my religious point of view, and then there's the American mixed in there too.
Yes.
I have have lots of failures, so if you ask me to pick one, it's really hard.
One impressive failure is I was followed in recruitment for internship. And though at that time this industry and the area is not that I was that familiar with, but I've still prepared a lot. So that failure is really a shock to me, but it also pushed me to be a fast learning person and try to be at the same time logical and creative. And it's also an alarm to me when I look back. It told me that perhaps you didn't face this industry and didn't face this kind of work.
Oh yes. I had a social failure one time. One of my teachers in high school, his wife had died, but because I studied abroad in France and then went back, I lost track of the chronology, and I forgot that she had died actually. And so once I met him and said, "How is she doing?" And he said, "Actually, she died." And then I remembered, which was one of the most horribly embarrassing moments of my life, and the relationship has never been quite the same. So I would say that was a social failure.
Of course, it's really important, especially because those people, like entrepreneurs, have new ideas. They respond to a need of people, so and they respond to it in different ways, and it's really innovative and creative. So I think it's really important.
So yes, I believe in that. I think that if a businessman truly love his idea and his business, he should be ready for the risk and he take it. And no matter what, even if he fails, he should be true to his idea, to his business in this case. Yes.
Entrepreneurship can help people to face their fear or face their disadvantages bravely, and thus they won't be that much there won't be that fear about their failure itself. They can go thinking positively and try to gain some benefits from their failure.
Yes, and I think that failing in entrepreneurship can be due to many circumstances. It can be, for instance, maybe you did a very good job, but the economy was bad, or you worked very hard, but your employees were not on board with your vision, or just anything. Maybe a fire burns down your business. It just depends.
Well, I think they, first of all, have to take some time to realize what happened, and then to start question themselves why it happened, and not only turn around a circle, like this vicious circle of I'm not capable of doing anything. Like they have to be capable to push themselves toward the future, and to be able to get themselves together.
I think that, okay, so actually my advice, take it easy, take it easy. Life is so short. I mean, if we have to think about all the failures that we have now or had in the past or will have in the future, we will not have time to enjoy the life. So stay positive.
In my opinion, we should accept it, and I really believe that I really believe that every experience matters. So a failure is a kind of experience. It told you the things you're working on is fits you or not. If it's not, it's really a good opportunity to change your development pace or to retrace your pain. And actually, the value of failure is that you can learn something from it and you can improve, be a better person. But if you can't learn something from it, the failure will just a failure forever.
I think we should not let failure define us. It's very hard, but we shouldn't. And I think the best way to treat it is as a lesson and to see it as something that happened to you, not necessarily something you did or just a fact that you can't change.